we get set to drop the puck here in the first period. The puck pushed to the Seattle blue line for Hartman. Bank it at the left boards to center ice to Pilling. Jammed at the Seattle bench. Comes back in the Seattle zone off a high stick. Who will touch it first? T-Bird's going to let, I should say the Royals are going to let the T-Birds touch it because they were the ones who high stick the puck. T-Bird's trying to play it up the left boards out of the zone. Held at the point by the Royals. Wilson will spin it down the right wing and chased behind the net for Reschny. He's battling Hartman. He'll go blue line. Verhoff shot to traffic on net, kicked out by Ratzlaff, and Martirano with the puck at center ice for Pilling. He'll flick the puck onside. Seattle going for their first change of the game. Royals have it, coming out of their own zone to center ice. Wilson through the neutral zone, get to the red line. He'll dump it in. 42 than any other team in the WHL. But they've killed off quite a few recently as the Royals force the puck out to center ice. Kipke has to go back and get it, harassed by Coots in front of the bench. Royals get the puck and look to take off the other way to center ice. Rolling back in his own zone. Isagai gets the drop pass on his stick and plays it onside on the near wing boards. Tip free. Gallant reaching back to play it. Goes to the blue line, and Kipke shot across the left to racing of the puck. Shot by Lazowski, kicked out off the right pad by Ratzlaff. Holbertson the other way to center ice. The penalty is over on Reschny. He's out of the box. T-Birds get the puck in deep. Royals work it back to center ice. Look down at the Seattle bench. Holbertson sweeps it ahead to Mays. He gets knocked off his feet. Play goes on. The Royals back to play it in their own zone. Young. Landon Young will work it up ahead for Reschny at the Victoria blue line. Chipped to center ice, stolen there by the T-Birds. Parmar knocked it down. Popple trying to keep the puck out of the Seattle zone with Cumbie sweeping it back to Popple. And he'll work it to Parmar's stick. He'll cut through center ice, knocked off his stick by Reschny, picked up by Trembecki, trying to feed in front. Cross-ice feed attempted by Isagai, was looking to the back door for Reschny, broken up by Seattle. Reschny down low, hammered against the wall by Popple. The puck still loose, and the T-Birds dump it to their own blue line, but not out. Held in by the Cougars. Miskey to Kipke. Kipke in the high slot, looking for a shooting lane. He'll send it left to right. Miskey crisscrossing, comes to the near wall, cycle it down low for Isagai. Isagai, drive it behind the T-Bird net. Hakala getting to it, knocked away by Trembecki. Isagai tried to dump it on net, knocked aside by Cumbie before it got on goal. He'll find Parmar's stick. Parmar to center ice. He'll flip the puck in. T-Birds will change up and handle the puck. Puck in behind the T-Bird net. And Pilling will leave it on the stick of Coots. He'll cut across his goal mouth. Worked it to center ice. Pilling onside through traffic to Coots. Right boards Martirano up top to Murtka. Back to Murty on the near wall. Skates into the circle. Send it across to Coots. Coots chip it to the near circle. Martirano sends it in front. Knocked away by Kraus. Picked up by Coots. Trying to work it back in front to Pilling. A shot short side high. Martirano has it along the near boards. Work it across to Coots. Knocks it down. Settles it on the far wall. Pressured by Reschny. And that is tied up at the blue line. Good help from Pilling to keep it inside the zone. Looking for Dunn down low. Go back up top instead to Coots. Blue line to Murtka. Murtka to Coots. Back to Murtka at the line. Back to Coots. A one-time blast. That one blocked outside the right post, and it's cleared down ice by the Royals. T-Birds power play down to 30 seconds. A Royal stick behind the Victoria net. Bowett almost stole it away. Trying to get it off the stick of Jared Ross, but Ross gets it to center ice. Here comes Boehm onside left wing. Knocked off his stick by Popple. Great play by the young T-Bird defenseman. Pushed it back up ice. Here's Kipke at his own blue line. Left to right to Wilson. A headman feed for Reschny. Couldn't handle the puck as he got to the Seattle line. Cumbie will play it. Left to right in the Seattle zone. Popple. A headman feed stolen by the Royals and getting hammered by on 4. As the puck dropped at the circle, jammed by Murtka, kicked free to the corner, bounces off the side of the net. Hartman knocked it down. Lazowski will sweep it back up top at the point. Kipke goes across, gets it back on his stick at the top of the zone. Fires a shot on goal. Pad save made by Ratzlaff. Back up top, it goes to Kipke's stick. Almost fumbled it out, got it to Isagai. Drop it back to Kipke, feed it left circle. Shot on net, tipped away on that chance by Trembecki. Jam to the wall, and Coots intercepts. Looking to break up ice, Loveson. Coots just dumps it in. Kraus will play it behind his own net. Loveson steals the puck, comes around for the wraparound, and he will score! Puck still sitting in skates, comes back to the point. Kipke, he'll work it Trembecki back to Kipke up top, looking for Isegai on the near wall. Isegai takes it down low. Now reverse it back up top to Kipke. Across left circle. Trembecki. Work it back to Kipke at the blue line. Shot deflects over to the stick of Trembecki and kicks up the wall. Keepers can't jam it out. Held in at the point. Dumped to the corner. Gallant trying to keep it tied up. 30 on the power play. Royals work it back top of the zone. Trembecki goes blue line. Stolen by Seattle. Here comes Kutz the other way. Short-handed. Breaks in. Gets hooked. Shot off the pad. No penalty. The play goes on. Royals get the puck. T-Birds almost had their second short-handed goal of the period. 10 seconds left on the penalty to Mays. Victoria onside Isegai. Trying to drive on net. Tipped on goal. Nice save. Rebound shot falling down as Ratzlaff. The shot was blocked. Mays ready to come out of the box. He joins the play. T-Birds 3 for 3 in the penalty kill. Isegai shot on net. That one tipped up off the glass. Played on the near boards. Blue line shot tipped off at T-Bird again. Picked up by Lazowski. Left it down low. Gets hammered by Mays behind the net. Big hit by the newcomer. Hartman's got the puck. Chipped to the line, but not out. Held in by Isegai. Lazowski centering it. Knocked aside by Murtka. Here comes Loveson to play it for Seattle. A minute 50 to go. Centering pass from behind the net. Blocked by Seattle. Picked up by Newman, though. He'll work it up top at the line. Here's Wilson blasting a one-timer into the skates of Dunn. Blocked for Seattle Thunderbirds. Off the face-off, the Royals. Kipke. Work it down the left wing boards into the Seattle zone. Ratzlaff behind his own net to play it. Flicked it to the far dashers. Knocked down by Reschny. Fed it to Isegai. His shot high off the glass. Kicks back to Kipke. Couldn't hold the line. Work it back to center ice with 9 seconds on the clock. Isegai trying to work it back on side right wing. Looking to drive the net. Broken up by Hartman. Chipped back up top. Royals shot on net. That one tipped away in front, and that'll do it. Orange soft teeth. We're underway. Period 2. T-Birds have it at their own blue line. Murtka will chip it up the right board. Looking for his captain, Coots, but it's knocked down by Victoria. Verhoff will work it up ice. Tipped into the Seattle line at Pilling's stick along the near boards. He'll feed it across left to right to Murtka. His cross-ice feet hit a stick and kicks up over the glass into the... Get an assist on that shorthanded goal, but certainly had a hand in helping set it up on the face-off. And the T-Birds trying to jam it up the wall. Held at the line by Verhoff. He'll go right to left to Wilson. He'll fire to the net. Knocked off the traffic in front. Back along the near boards. Played behind the net by Reschny. He'll work it right side. Pressured there by Hartman. T-Birds get it to center ice from the neutral zone. And taken down at the blue line was Martinov. 4-minute chance. It's a major penalty, so they'll have the full 4 minutes of this power play. Isegai works through center ice on side right wing. Cuts right to left. Drop it back up top. Finds Reschny. Blue line. Now Reschny gets it back on the near boards. Cuts down the half wall. Take it back to the point. Kipke with a puck. Top of the near circle to Boehm. His shot. Actually, Lazowski, I should say, with a shot blocked. Back up top to Kipke. Almost fumbled it to center ice. Held it on side for Isegai. He'll work it down low. Try to put it in front right through the goal mouth. Kicks back up top at center ice. It goes. Kipke will chase it back there. Royals regroup back at their own blue line. Reschny. Right to left to Kipke. Back to Reschny on side right wing. Lazowski. Fed to the high slot for Trembecki. He'll work it down low on the wall. Back it comes blue line. Isegai has the puck. Skating down the left wing boards. Trying to feed it in front for Lazowski. Broken up back to the line. Held by Kipke. Shot tipped in front. Knocked aside by Seattle. Bouncing puck loose. Royals work it back up top to Kipke. He'll come across to Reschny along the near boards. He'll work it down low on the wall. Try to give and go with Trembecki. Trembecki has it. Blue line for Kipke. Back to Trembecki. Skates to the circle. Down low to Reschny. Reschny across ice. Feet hit a stick. Knocked away by Seattle. Unable to get the puck up. The shot went high as Charco got a piece of it but couldn't clear the zone. Kept in by Reschny along the near boards. He'll get it across left circle. A shot in front. Tipped away again by the T-Birds, and this time they'll clear it down ice. 2:30 to go on this Royals 4-minute power play. Miskey has the puck coming to center ice. Looking for the trailer. Isegai, a headman feed to Reschny on side left wing boards. Reschny gets it back at the circle. Takes it behind the T-Bird net. Coming around their boards. Knocked off his stick. Finds it back on the wall. Goes blue line. Skating right to left. Feeds it to Kipke. His shot to traffic blocked by Seattle. Back up top to Reschny. Feed it back to Kipke. Snap his shot blocked again by Seattle, and Loveson will use the glass to get it to the line. Not out. Held in by Trembecki. And it kicks out to center ice off Reschny. 30 seconds remaining on the Royals power play. 13:46 to go in the period. Back on side, Trembecki. Dump it behind the T-Bird net. Cumbie gets position on Lazowski. Gets the puck over to Loveson, out to center ice, feeds it ahead. Charco's onside, throws a puck on the goaltender. It's knocked off the blocker by Seattle zone. Hartman will play it behind his own net. Harassed as he works the puck up the high slot. Drives it to center ice, poke it ahead. Pilling, working on side left wing. Chased behind the net, goaltender Krause out of his net to play it. Martirana gets a stick to it, dumped it down low on the wall. Coots trying to center it, blocked. Miskey behind his own net. Harassed there by Martirana, just dumps it to center ice. T-Birds work it back on side. Down the right wing boards, Dunn fires his shot short side, trying to go off the shoulder and kicks out the center ice to Reschny. He'll bring it across the Seattle line, trying to go right to left on Popple. Popple sends him to the corner. Back up top, it goes to Kipke. Left to right to Miskey. Miskey shot deflected out in front. Race to the puck, won by Reschny. Goes blue line. Cross to Miskey. Working in front. Tipped on goal. Save made. Rebound. Another block in front by Seattle. Dumped on net. Another save made by Seattle off the pads of Ratzlaff and flipped down ice by Pilling. And period 2 here at the Accesso Shore Center. The puck loose at the circle. It's taken out of the zone by Seattle. Gallant. A headman feed to Coots. Onside left wing. Looking for the trailer. Gets tied up at the line. And Pilling late getting there to keep the puck onside. T-Birds will dump it, tag up. But Young will play it for Victoria. Knocked down by Martirana. Takes a shot on it. Pads it. Rebound. Pilling. Cole, he doesn't take the shot. He sent it across to the far wall. T-Birds getting too cute. From the point, the shot blocked off that chance by Gallant. Kept in by Coots. Fed it in front. Intercepted by Young. He'll clear to center ice. Dumped back in by Seattle. That's a couple of times in the game. One back in the first period. Now they're here in the second where the T-Birds overpass the puck. Here's Reschny to center ice. Skate into the Seattle zone. Jammed on the wall by Pekash. Cleared by Bawa. Out to center ice for Riley. From the red line, he'll fire the puck in. It kicks to the front of the net. A jam on net by Bawa. And he can't get the shot off. Tied up from the trailing Trembecki. Here come the Royals back on side with the puck. Isagai, short side shot knocked away at the right post by Ratzlaff. Blue line, Miskey. Traffic in front, a high shot deflected off the glass. Coming in off the blue line is Kipke. Work it off the referee down low. Bouncing behind the T-Bird net. Trying to work that loose. Pekash rimmed around, but Miskey there to hold the right boards. Work it down low on the wall for Reschny. He'll get it to Burlock. Trying to center it. Knocked down by the T-Birds' Bawa. Papa will chip it up. Shoved out to center ice by Parmar. Trying to bring the puck on side for Bawa. But the T-Birds, a reset. Jam to the top of the circle by Prince George. Or by the Royals. A shot off the stick of Matthews. Deflected away up the left pad by Ratzlaff. Worked down low on the wall. Picked up by Matthews. Lost the puck on the high slot. Shot on net. And another save by... Can they make it 16? Royals in the faceoff lose the puck out to center ice. Here's Loveson. Skates shorthanded back in the first period. Breaks in. Works it down the wall. Gets knocked up against the board. Stays with the puck. Trying to jam it up against the Dashers. Finally, Kipke flipped it toward his net. Got it to Reschny behind the Victoria goal. Reschny will skate his way to center ice. Pressured by Dunn. Dumped it back to his own blue line. Dunn gets to the puck first for Seattle. Got a man coming with him. Charco. Dunn fires his shot. That one kicked off of traffic. Worked by Charco. Trying to turn and shoot on net. Didn't get enough on the shot. Kipke takes it behind his own net. Kipke reverses direction. Now finds Isagai. He'll skate through center ice. Onside right wing boards. Lazowski back to Isagai on the near boards. Blue line to Kipke. Right to left. Shot on net. That one tipped behind the Seattle goal, and that chance by Trembecki. Royals work it back up top to Kipke. He'll skate it right to left. Now feed Reschny to the puck. Trying to get through the near circle. Left it on the half wall. Back up top to Kipke. Shot to traffic. Kicked out in front. Dumped to the corner. Cumbie swatting at the puck. Royals get it back up top to Kipke at the line. Fake the shot. Feed it over to Isagai. Try to dump it in front. He does. Shot save made and held by Ratzlaff as he slots. Ready to drop the puck and underway here in period 3 as Hartman will play it at the Seattle blue line. Chip it forward for Pilling. Try to flick it in. Deflects back to him. He'll dump it onside. The Royals quickly clear it out. It's flipped into the Seattle zone. Ratzlaff behind his own net to sweep it out the far wall off the glass. It bounces to Coots. Shoved to center ice. Martirana, Mertka. He'll work it up ice. Dump it in. Krause behind his own net. Couldn't get a stick to it. Verhoff trying to work it out the far wall. Takes a big hit in the corner. T-Birds knock it down at the top of the zone with it. Given away by Hartman, picked up by Coots on the wing. He'll throw it down below the goal line. Martirana work it back up to Hartman at the left point. Left to right, Murtka. Shot to traffic, and a stick went wide. Martirana will chase it back down low. Try to work it back to the top of the zone, intercepted by Reschny, and a great job by Martirana to strip him off the puck at center ice. Murtka finds the puck and dumps it in. Royals quickly back the other way. Trembecki gains the line, working off to his left. Isekai fires his shot, get up by Martirana. Coots trying to dig it out for Pilling, but the Royals get it to center ice. Played onside. Trembecki's shot on net, save. Rebound popped up in the air off that chance. Coots will work it ahead. Martirana deflects the puck, but not out. Kept onside by the Royals. Isekai tried to feed the front of the net. Tiebers knock it away. Still loose. Picked up by Reschny. Drop it back. The shot, score. And the T-Birds failed to clear the puck. It finds the stick of Trembecki, and he plays it inside the right post to make it 2-1. Royals their first lead of the game here early in the third period. And so often we see that's the case for Seattle. Their attempt to get the puck out of their defensive zone fails, and it gives the opposing team rain. Doesn't stop anybody. Here's Wilson for the Royals. Left wing for Isekai, knocked away by Murtka. Flip it behind his own net, knocked down by Reschny. Centering pass to the doorstep, came all the way back out to the blue line. Wilson will keep it on side, dump it behind the Tiber net. Coots chases it for Seattle. Shove it ahead to the wall. Comes off the boards. Isekai tied up by Murtka. Isekai jammed in his skates. Dug out by Coots. Coots works it over to his right for Martirana. Look to put it to center ice to Pilling. He'll flip a backhander in the glove of Verhoff, who worked it back the other way. Racing back to his own blue line is Hartman. Being harassed by Trembecki, chipped it out to center ice. Martirana deflecting in the face-off circle. A lot of movement early, but play continues. Blue line, Kipke has it, left point. Work it down the left wing boards for Isekai. Put it to Reschny behind the net. Back on the near wall. A race to the loose puck. Loveson trying to jam it out. Kept in by Kipke at the point. Work it to his right. Trembecki to Reschny. Back up top, Kipke. Right to left to Isekai. Shot on net off the glove. Knocked to the corner by Ratzlaff. Dumped behind the net out the far wall. Reschny, a rolling puck off his stick. Gets it back up top at the line to Kipke. Kick it down low on the wall for Trembecki. Loses possession. Ratzlaff will dump it down ice. Or I should say Murtka will dump it down ice from behind the Seattle net. T-Birds will change up their penalty killers halfway through the third period. Power play in effect for the Royals. Onside Trembecki. Work it down low to Isekai. He'll come back up the left boards. Blue line to Kipke. Feed it across to Reschny in front. Tipped on goal by Lazowski. Save on a stretch pad. Make that one go to the corner. Ratzlaff. T-Birds get it to center ice. Martirana breaking into the zone the other way with Charco. Dumped to the net. Knocked away at the near post by Kraus. And the Royals get to it with under a minute to go on the 5-on-4. They'll change up their puck in. T-Birds will change behind the play. We're under 6 to go. T-Birds in the period. Outscored 2-0, and time winding down from Becky's shot, and he will score. And that the tie early in the period now makes it 4-1 with his 22nd of the season. Reschny will get an assist on that goal. His crease to play it behind his own goal. Played there by Fryer, looking to stretch it ahead to Isekai. He'll curl into the Seattle zone. Reschny had it knocked off his stick, gets it back, takes it back up top. Pressure by Mays off the puck, kept in by the Royals on the far wall. Trembecki worked around the near boards. Reschny will play it back up top. A quick shot blocked by Bauer. To the line, but not out. Gets a second chance to get it to Popple. He'll steer it to center ice to Mays. Mays gains the red line with help from Popple. They're onside. Popple looking to drive the net. Verhoff ties him up. Taken below the goal line. Bauer trying to get it back up top to Mays at the left point with a minute to go. Blue line, Cumby. Work it down the near wall. Cumby trying to get the puck to the net. Got it down low to Bauer. Put it in front. No one gets a stick to it. Mays will work it back to the point. Shot tipped on net. Save made on that deflection by Kraus. Kept in on the near wall by Gallant. Bauer trying to work it off the half wall. Royals sent behind their own net. Parmar trying to tie up Verhoff, but it's picked up behind the Royals' goal by Wilson. He'll feed Isekai. Out to center ice, Reschny, onside left wing. Reschny shot wide glove side. Off the bench, Fryer holds it in. Work it behind the T-Bird net. Comes out left wing wall.